welcome back. Last class we discussed about the raw materials for photosynthesis, that is water and carbon dioxide. And some raw materials included like nitrogen, phosphorus, calcium, iron. So today we are going to discuss about the requirements for photosynthesis. Requirements means if photosynthesis is to be needed, we need some requirements. Okay, so these requirements are sunlight, chlorophyll, carbon dioxide and water. These four components are required in the leaves for the process of photosynthesis. And we will now perform some activities. Okay, some activities is shown in the figure 1.9. Sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. So first thing is, you take a potted plant with green leaves, place it in a dark room for 3 days so that all starch is used up by the leaves. So you take a plant, then this starch are contained in the chloroplast, right? This starch are contained in the chloroplast. Starch means food. Too much of carbohydrates or too much of sugar makes the starch. So you take in a dark room, and in dark room you keep it for 3 days. So during 3 days the plants will use up all the starch contained in the leaves. Then cover a part of leaf of the plant with aluminum foil or black pepper. So the second point is cover the leaf with aluminum foil, or take a leaf and cover it with a aluminum foil or black pepper. So black pepper is what is required for blocking the sun. Now keep the plant in sunlight for about 6 hours. Pluck the partly covered leaf from the plant and remove the foil. Boil the leaf in water to generate the enzymes. Now boil the leaf in water until flaccid and then immerse it in 90% alcohol solution until decolorized. Thus leaf will become colorless. So which was covered, which was partly covered with the aluminum foil, you take that leaf, and after taking that leaf you boil it in a flask which you find in the laboratory. You boil it in the flask, and that you so that until it becomes a flaccid, means very soft. If like it comes in a black, like blue color, green color turns into a blue color slowly, or a little bit of black color. During the stage, you take out that leaves and put in the 90% of alcohol. When you put that leaves in the 90% of alcohol, you will find that the leaves have become colorless. It will be colorless. No color will be present on the leaves. See in the figure 1.9 number C, the leaf have become white color, right? Place the discolorized leaf in petri dish and iodine solution over it with the help of a dropper. Observe the change on the color of the leaf. You will observe that the only areas that which receive the sunlight turn blue with iodine. Now you take that decolorized leaf. After decolorized, no colorless, then put iodine solution inside the leaves. So when you put iodine solution, place it in all the leaves, iodine solution. Then that iodine solution which was partly covered, half covered by the aluminum foil or black paper, that part will be same as white color, this color. Then the part which was not covered with the aluminum foil will become green in color. So that is the photosynthesis we are talking about. Even if the color changes, or even if the leaf color changes, until and unless it is not covered or blocked with some external things or external materials, it will continue to receive the sunlight. It will become green color again. So that is about this means the part of the leaf which was exposed to sunlight could perform photosynthesis to make starch. Since the part of the leaf which was covered and hidden from sunlight does not know the presence of starch, it indicates that photosynthesis has taken place here. What could conclude from this activity? From the above activity, two conclusions are drawn. Sunlight is necessary for photosynthesis. Number 2, starch which is the food for plant, is produced after photosynthesis. Now the activity shows that photosynthesis is required for the plants. Without photosynthesis, there will be no starch, there will be no carbohydrates, there will be no food. Because of that, photosynthesis is essential. Without photosynthesis, there will be no food for the plants. Now, I will not discuss further about the activity. Let's get into the main topic of nutrition in animals. Nutrition in animals. So what are the nutrition? How are the nutrition taken place in the animals? The nutrition can be taken place by herbivores. We call it herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, right? So these are the things which, in the form of this, they take the food. We have just discussed nutrition in plants, where we have shown that plants are autotrophic organisms which can manufacture their own food. So they are called producers. However, animals depend on other organisms for food. Hence, animals are heterotrophs and are called consumers. We will now discuss how animals obtain their food. So animals we have discussed about the nutrition in plants, right? Plants are called as autotrophs or called producers, which make their own food. They does not depend on other organisms or other beings. They only depend on themselves. By the process of photosynthesis, they are called as producers. While as animals depend their own food, whereas, right, with the help of by consuming plants or consuming animals, other types of animals. So next class we'll discuss how or which type of plants, animals are present. Okay, that's all about today's class.